Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface on the PTR for patch 6.2. Now, Mater always used to tell me before tucking me up in bed of a night, Az, dear boy, because I was of course christened as a child, if you haven't got anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. And so I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up, and also say, okay, maybe not. Maybe I do have to flesh this video out slightly more than that. But a couple of weeks back, I brought you a Timewalker Dungeon video. It was Alcatraz, which is the prison in Tempest Keep area in the Burning Crusade. It was a sham of a dungeon. And I can say that quite happily. It was an absolute sham of a dungeon. For somebody who's been through those expansions before, and even for somebody who hasn't, the level of difficulty and all that kind of jazz from those dungeons was just non-existent. It was just a face roll piece of tripe. So what Blizz did is they actually pulled the Timewalker Dungeons off the PTR. And they said, we've listened to player feedback, or we're listening to player feedback, and we're going to make some adjustments. And then a few days ago, not this week, because they haven't even done a new build on the PTR this week, because YOLO. Last week, they actually re-popped on... I don't know what the word is. They re-popped on the Timewalker Dungeons for the Wrath of the Lich King. The Burning Crusade ones are still down. So I was like, okay, let's jump into one. So I jump into the Nexus, and I think I'm quite justified now in calling them Time-Waster Dungeons. These are not Timewalker Dungeons. These are simply Time-Waster Dungeons. They really are. Because if this has gone back up, and if this is their redone version after player feedback, then it's just more trite. There's nothing difficult about these at all. There's nothing challenging. Even as somebody who hasn't done these dungeons for a long time, there's no incentive for me to go back here. There's no mounts for me to collect or anything for me to farm transmog-wise or anything like that, you see. So I haven't been in these dungeons for a long time. And even coming back after all that time, to see them in this state, actually, it doesn't fill me full of nostalgia. It kind of fills me full of anger and just makes me think, why? Why would you ruin the memories that I have of this place? Why would you do that, Blizz? Do you hate me that much? Do you hate all of us that much that instead of actually trying to tap into our nostalgia, what you're doing is just tapping into our fuck you? And they really come across as try hard with a vengeance. And what I mean by that is they really come across as Blizzard kind of having a meeting with each other and saying, look, 6.2 is again absolutely devoid of content. We've got the raid, and we've got the Apexis Crystal Dailies in Tanaan. The invasion aspect of Tanaan is absolutely diabolical. It's driving up a road with 3 guards on it. We need to try and pretend that we're putting some sort of content into the game. Oh, I know. Let's just adjust some HP and damage levels of some mobs in older dungeons, and we'll call them Timewalker, and they'll be brilliant. And then we'll only put them out every so often as an event. And so people think, well, because they're an event, they must be good. But no. Oh my God. They are embarrassing. They're really embarrassing. The only thing that it took was, when I say a slight amount of time to do, that was simply due to the actual length of the Nexus dungeon. The Nexus dungeon is actually quite a long dungeon. When you think about the distance that you have to travel to each boss and the amount of trash which is in the way of each boss as well. And it is really just dross. Dross. And I am more convinced than ever now. In actual fact, I might try and get a group of people together to try this. But I am more convinced than ever, I reckon I could solo these already. Absolutely. As a warlock, I could reckon I get my Void Lord out, I put my Soul Stone on, I get my Health Stone a popping, and I reckon in their current state, I could most likely solo this stuff. Might take a while, you know, just making my way through some packs of trash or so. But yeah, there's nothing here to kind of titillate. There's nothing here to motivate to do them again. I know Blizzard said, oh, look, you can get some great transmog. Blizz, are you fucking chicken oriental? People can get transmog from these dungeons if they just go in right now. They don't have to wait for you to put a Timewalker event on to say, hey, kids, you can get some cool old Wrath of the Lich King transmog from our Timewalker. You can fucking get them now, today! Go to the Nexus, go in there, do it. You've got just as much chance of getting the gear that you want to transmog as you would if you're doing the Timewalker itself. Oi, oi, oi. And I'm really trying to rack my brain here to think the last time that I thought to myself, ooh, Az, I really wish that you could look like you did in the Wrath of the Lich King Dungeons when you were farming those 7 years ago. And for some bizarre reason, no, I don't seem to recall a single solitary time. Now, rant aside. Who can I see these appealing to? Well, for people that never experienced the Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King, these dungeons you may never have done before. So you will have that initial factor of, oh, look, you know, it's a different aesthetic. It's absolutely piss easy and doesn't challenge me in any way and throws gear at me, but it is a new aesthetic for me to look at. And if you have multiple alts, and let's face it, because there really is sod all else to do in Warlords of Draenor, I think I'm already working on my 6th level 100 now on that board. Then you can bring your alts into here, and it's dropping 660 blues. So the item level of those pieces of gear are going to be quite nice for you to probably push your alts quicker than not. Straight into the Hellfire Citadel raid, whether you're going to do LFR, normal, heroic or whatnot. If it's an alt, most likely LFR, let's be honest here, unless you're doing guild alt runs. But other than that, I kind of am beginning to understand now why Blizzard are putting these as an event. Because if they had Timewalker out from day one, available to do any time that you wanted, then I think within a week people would just be like, fuck this. I really do. So I think the fact that they put them as an event is an effort to try and control. It's definitely an effort to try and control when they can do this content, which isn't great by any stretch of the imagination. I know, I'm sorry this is another bit of a downer video, but I've got to be honest with you people, and I think, you know, you would appreciate me at least being honest than fibbing, and when you come to do this stuff, realise it's, you know, not so great for yourself. But, you know, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, feedback will filter back through to Blizzard HQ, and they'll listen to these type of videos that are coming not just from me, but from all angles. And, you know, what with the sub drop and everything, and the fact that 6.2 isn't out yet either, there is the opportunity for change. There is the opportunity for them to redo certain things. There is the opportunity for more stuff to go on. We can only hope that is the case. But I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media as well as Twitch for live streaming. Those links are in the description down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.